Okay, I'm gonna try some watercolor this morning. I've kind of got a base coat happening. I'm not really good at watercolors, but I'll give this a go anyway. And the trick is to let things dry between applications. So that you can get some depth happening. With the layering, try this. And then I have a trick right at the very end to share. I don't know how I happened on that trick, but I happened on this trick. And so, watch right to the end and you'll see what I do as the last step. I also use my spray gun, and I spray right into the pot. So that I don't have to keep dipping in the water, and I use the lid of the watercolor box to hold my color that I have dissolved in water, and I'll save the lid and then I can use it again. As I go through a lot of paint, so if I leave some in the lid, then I have that same color that I used. Watercolor goes on really nicely. I like it. You don't have to be so particular, so finicky with it. And I'm just getting some color down. I joined a group called Painting with Friends, and my goodness, there are some serious fine artists in that group. But there's some on the same level as I am, so I don't feel so vulnerable. Like I said, it took courage for me to go, even because sometimes fine artists are real elitists, and they tend to look down on whimsy artists or artists that are not fine artists. So I bundled up my brave and I went. And I seriously enjoyed myself. It was lovely. They were lovely. There's a lady there that was doing acrylics. She was just learning acrylics, and she had her iPad there, and she was doing a tutorial on a sunset. I didn't notice who the artist was, but I am a YouTuber. I watch a lot of YouTubes to learn hints and tips myself, so what I like about watercolors, you can erase. You can erase with water. If you muck something up, you can fix it with adding more water. Like right there, you don't want any hard lines. So now I have a dark hard line around that nose, and I can erase it and soften it. There. And right there. And with watercolors mainly, what I think you're doing is just pushing and pulling. Oops, sorry, bumped the camera. Pushing and pulling color with water. Not so much painting, but letting water sort of determine where it's going to go. There. Get that plane of that face pushed back a bit with the dark. Now I'm going to go in and do some of the eye with one of my real little brushes. I keep one pot of just my watercolor brushes, so I keep them separate. What I find with the watercolor brushes is that they are softer bristled. And so I keep my softer bristled brushes separate. There always helps to get that eye in there. I need a little bit of pink for her cheeks. Just a little bit pinker. See how I'm just pulling that water down. And bring that blush over. To get that to fade into the rest of the face color, just use a bit of water. And it's like magic. It's like magic. Just using clear water to lift some of that color and to blend it in a bit here. It's starting to look better. Need a little bit of white. I want to come down with some white. I need a bit of white above the eyebrow, or above the eye, below the eyebrow. Do a bit of pink for her lips. It's kind of a hot pink in this box of colors, but I can soften it out a bit. There, I like that. Almost dry brush. Get that. Bit of pink into that area. There, that's looking better. Now I'm going to let this dry and I'll be back. Oops. I'll be back.